What's up guys, welcome back to the Sound Design channel. My name is La and today we're going to look at Lane 8 Riviera lead sounds. Let's have a listen. Cool, so let's have a look at the MIDI before we dive into the sound design. So with the MIDI, all that's being played is we're in the D sharp major scale, and it's just essentially an arpeggiator that's playing a chord progression. So we're playing the tonic here, and then it moves down to the fifth below, so the G sharp, and then it moves up to the fifth above the tonic. So this is the A sharp. So it's like a very stable progression, just alternates between them, and then plays the tonic in between. And then for the last part of it, it just has this sustained note here. Then moves to, where are we? We're moving to the D again, and then alternating between the B and the octave above, so the D sharp again, then moves down to the C and the A sharp. So it's actually very, very simple in nature, but it's a very nice melody and it's very stable, and it is the majority of what makes the sound so good. Okay, cool. So let me just show you where I started this preset from. So if we go to the Melodic House pack here, through PML, and then we go to Brighter. So this is the original sound. So you can hear it's kind of got the tone that we want, but it's just wobbly a little bit. It's gliding and stuff like that, which is not what we want. If we take off the glide and take down this portamento here, we can take it off mono as well. And so what we want to do is just kind of fine tune the envelopes that we've got going on, and maybe we'll make the wave tables a little bit different as well. First, let's start with the envelopes and we'll break down what we've got going on here. So the amp envelope is this one here. This is controlling the main amplitude of the sound. And it's just like a bit of a pluck, but there's a bit of sustain as well and decay. So it's maintaining, the sound's going to stay there if you hold down the notes. To make it a bit sharper. But because we've got other things going to the cutoff filter, they're going to manipulate the sound quite a lot as well. So we're going to make this envelope here around there. Let's bring it down. It is distorting a little bit here. It's clipping. And what we've got is we've got these LFOs here, but they are doing kind of the same thing as this envelope here. We don't really need them to be on here, so we can just remove them. Yeah, and so all we need to do now is just open the sound up. And it's got a little bit of like a metallic feel to it. And it's just this nice oscillator here, but it might be a little bit too much. So I'm just going to calm it down a bit, or not calm it down, but choose a different waveform. We'll go to like a saw rounded. And with this, I'm going to make it go an octave above. We'll take off this detune here. I don't think it's actually, it's not on. Yeah, nice. So we'll calm it down just a touch. So there's already these cutoff macros, or these macros that are set up, and this one's assigned to the cutoff filter, and then this one's assigned to delay, which could be quite nice to play around with. But yeah, we're pretty close. I think what I might do is make this upper part of the sound, or upper oscillator, to be a little bit wider. So a bit of unison, so 3 voices, and then we're going to put a little bit of detune, but not much, and then just kind of bring the blend down. So this voicing here is not too loud. It's just layering nicely when the sound is really opened up. Yeah, around there is nice. Let's add a bit of fat and a bit of drive, and then bring the volume down. Looks like a bit of saturation. And I think I might make the cutoff filter a little bit less strong. So the filter is now on low 18 rather than 24. Let's see if we need this sub. No, we don't. Take that away. So all we need really is just these 2 oscillators, just some nice interesting sawtooths, not like your average sawtooth. So they've got a little bit of like, this one's a bit smoother, this one's got some jagged edges to it, and it's just making it sound nice and rich. So yeah, it's this is the bulk of the sound essentially. I mean, with the effects, there's a little bit going on. We've got some distortion, so a soft clip here. You could change this. I might reduce the drive a little bit on this, and then maybe change it to like a tape saturation, which is really nice to these sounds. Let's have a listen. Bring the mix up a bit. We got some chorus going on, and we got the ping pong delay, which is just being filtered, so it's just not delaying like the real lows of the sound. We could just fine tune that a bit more and bring the delay up a bit. Yeah, that's nice. There is a compressor here, and I'm going to take this away because I've got an OTT here, which is essentially doing the same thing. So we don't want to over compress the sound. We want to still have allow for a little bit of life and the transients to come through. And then there's just a bit of reverb and a bit of EQ here. With the reverb, we're going to take away the low end. Might increase the size. And then bring the mix down. The more I'm bringing that mix down, the more centered that sound comes and more dry it becomes, so it becomes a lot clearer. But we do want a sense of space. I think within Lane 8's track, or within his lead sound, it does have quite a bit of reverb. You can just hear it when the sound calms down. It's really nice. It just tails out, especially with the delay there. But yeah, that's the sound essentially. We've got this EQ here, and it's just cutting out some real lows and some real highs. Nothing crazy there. I'm just doing it again here with the external processing, just really fine tuning how much of that buzz we let in. For me, that's a little bit too much. And so with the OTT, this is just the default OTT. It's just really good to use on a lot of the sounds because it just really brings out a lot of the sound that you're creating. It's basically just doing some expansive compression. I don't think it's called compression, but expansion on 3 of the frequency ranges. So we got the lows, the mids, and the highs. So you can see here the range here. So we could actually go a little bit brighter with this. So right now it's at 4,000 hertz. That's like here, which is like where I'm cutting off the sound. So we can just boost there a little bit. It's going to add like a nice bit of air to the sound. And if you want more, just expand a bit more. And then what we've got on the other side is some downwards compression. So essentially what this OTT unit is doing is really pushing the sound. We've got a big boost on the input, a big boost on the output, but then there's some downwards compression as well. So it's being contained and also being boosted. So it's just like, it just essentially really squashes the sound. So you want to use this sparingly. Don't use it too much. Otherwise it's just too much, but you can get some really nice results with this. And there we go, guys. That is essentially the sound. Not much more that needs to be done on there. If you enjoyed this one, let us know in the comments. Please make sure that you like the video and you share it as well. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. And hit the notification button so you don't miss out on any more of our content. Thank you very much for watching this one, guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.